Hello scientists and non-scientists. Today we're going to be using an app called iNaturalist and then answer a question we came up with using the app.
iNaturalist is a citizen science project where a contributor maps and shares his observations regarding biodiversity around the world. This is how it works.
Download the iNaturalist app, create your account, go to the Observe tab, and take a picture of the animal or plant you found. After that, try to name that species if you can. If you can't, just type in some helpful information in notes. Then share. In just 1 minute, you've just made a contribution to world science.
So it's clear and simple how to contribute to other scientists around the world. But if you wanted to use the app and its concept to answer a specific question we have, how does biodiversity compare in green urban areas to the city itself?
So before sharing our initial hypothesis, we'd like to clarify a term, biodiversity. Biodiversity refers to the richness and variability of life on Earth, and it's usually measured in number of different species.
Tropical rainforests are examples of rich and biodiverse biomes. Deserts, on the other hand, usually lack biodiversity.
That said, our initial hypothesis is that biodiversity is greater in green urban areas than in the city itself.
We'll spend 20 minutes here at Tech Green, Georgia Tech campus and share pictures of as many different species of the animal kingdom as we can find. Then we'll head over to Midtown and do the same thing. Let's start. Okay, now let's go to Midtown where we'll be conducting the second part of our experiment.
Now we're in the busy streets of Midtown. Let's do the same thing. Now that we've collected all of our data, let's start analyzing it.
This is our final graph where we compare the location with the number of different species observed. We can clearly see that the biodiversity in green urban areas, represented by Tech Green, is greater than the biodiversity in the city, represented by Midtown. Therefore, we can confirm our initial hypothesis, which states that biodiversity is greater in green urban areas.
This is a table we built, where we list the number of individuals from each animal class we were able to observe. In this case, it's mammals, birds, and insects. We can see that it is not evenly distributed, as we found more birds than any other animal class. But you might be wondering, what is the point of all this? What's the real importance of biodiversity in a scientist's and non-scientist's everyday life? According to the Convention on Biodiversity, at least 40% of the world's economy and 80% of the needs of the poor are derived from biological resources. Biodiversity is also related to medical discoveries, economic development, and many other topics.
What else did we find that was interesting in a more scientific level? Well, by analyzing our data, we can infer what animal class better adapts to urban areas, considering both locations on which we conducted the experiment. Of course, it's a small sample, but we can conclude that in the perimeter we observed, birds were able to better adapt to the urban environment. Now go ahead and download the iNaturalist app Answer the questions you come up with and start contributing towards science.